Hell yeah. So you were saying?
Oh, I told you I went back and watched Blade 2 and Blade 3.
2 and 3.
Dude, talk about corny ass.
Well, 1 was
horrible.
great.
1 was fantastic, dude.
I don't even remember 2 and 3. I know I saw them, but
Dude,
other than like Ryan Reynolds was in the third one, right?
Yeah, and that was the one where he was like, he played Deadpool without being Deadpool.
Right.
And after that movie, he got jacked for it.
Mm.
Well, shredded, put on some muscle, and
Right.
and everybody was like, "Dude, you should play Deadpool," because like his character in the
Right.
movie was sarcastic and everything
Right.
Deadpool was, and he's got the body for it and the sense of humor, and
Right.
and that's when he started going down that road of developing Deadpool.
Right. Well,
And then he was an X-Men.
Well, his original
Wolverine.
Well, yeah, the horrible incarnation of Deadpool
Yeah.
in that movie that we want to forget.
the swords out of his forearms.
Well, yeah, the
Jeez.
mouth
What a
glued shut,
what a
little like
moronic.
horrible tattoos of the surgery, surgery tattoos. Like,
Makes no sense.
yeah, it was a pretty. I don't know how that got passed, but
But anyways, so the corniest.
What was the show
2
he was
movies.
on before that? Before he was on a TV show, Dharma and Greg or some shit, like, right?
Damn, yeah,
Will
I mean,
and Grace. Will and Grace. Was he on Will and Grace? No. He's on one
He
of
might
those
have been
shows.
right with the Dharma and Greg.
It was one of those shows.
Yeah, he was on a No, dude, he was on a sitcom.
Yeah, sitcom. Yeah,
Where him and a dude. It was him and a dude who shared an apartment.
Right.
And I think he was a philosophy professor
Okay.
or a philosophy student, something like that.
Okay.
And then the roommate was something else.
But he was the lead guy in that show.
Yeah.
Right? Okay,
Yeah.
so there was a show that he was on before that he was not the lead guy, but he was like a recurring character, but
okay.
not. He wasn't Dharma or Greg or Will or Grace, but he was like the quirky neighbor friend.
Got
I don't know if he was supposed to be gay or not.
Right.
But that guy that shows up and sort of like stirs the pot or
Right.
does something zany and everyone has to like
That makes sense.
that was like the first time I remember seeing. And I never watched the shows, but I
First time I think I remember ever seeing him was Just Friends. Have you seen that movie?
Just friends. No.
So it's actually a Christmas movie,
Okay.
but it's a rom-com.
Uh-huh.
It's never billed as a Christmas movie.
Right.
Nobody's ever like, hey, one of my
There's
favorite
so
Christmas
many of
movies is Just Friends.
those movies like just
Except
Friends
Me.
with
Yeah,
Benefits or Nothing Personal was the new one, right? Or No Hard Feelings.
Yeah, so it's a good one too. It's a good Christmas
Yeah.
movie, and he's great in it. Like comedy-wise, like you're like, okay,
Nice.
This puts him through the stratosphere. Like he can headline a big movie. Like he can carry it. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, back to Blade 2 and Blade 3, dude. Just
the
the
important part,
corniest
the-
shit.
Blade
Like it
2
was
and 3.
2002.
So was Blade 2
second-
the one where the vampires, their
Yes.
faces split in half? And yeah, because that's
Yeah.
extra scary.
Yeah, and it was
What was it called? Blood something.
it was some type of strain. I forgot.
A new strain. Yeah. Something like that.
And they said that it was like an evolutionary
Kind of a new
thing.
strain of vampire. They're
Yeah.
evolving. And
But what actually was going on was like the vampire elder was genetically manipulating
right.
DNA
Right.
and created him
Right.
in like a clone situation.
Oh, they cloned Blade?
No, they cloned this vampire with the mouth opening and
Oh,
shit.
right.
And he got out of hand.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And so he started, killing.
Frankenstein's monsters.
So he kills vampires.
Gets out of hand. Yeah.
And he turns vampires into these, mutated things, mutated vampires. So anyways,
Yeah.
but the dialogue was corny.
Yeah.
I mean, it was so bad.
I mean, it's just so hard to beat like the stuff in Blade 1 because apparently like a lot of it was just shit Wesley Snipes was saying to people on his cell phone between takes.
Really?
And the director's like, "Fuck, that's good." Like, and writes it down. Say that. And
No
he's like,
way.
"Say what, motherfucker? Say some motherfuckers are trying to ice skate uphill." I'm like,
Right.
"Oh, that shit. Oh, right."
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. I'll say that.
Like all those lines like that were like the big
That was him.
taglines. That was just Wesley Snipes like
Being Wesley Snipes.
being Wesley Snipes.
Dude, it worked in the first one, man.
But yeah, you only have that well is only so deep.
Yeah.
It's only so shallow.
I mean, dude, it was so bad in the second one.
Like,
The
get
dialogue.
Wesley, call someone up. Get Wesley on the phone.
Yeah.
Come on, call up your cousin. Call up your cousin. Stop bullshitting with him. We got to get some dialogue. Get your cousin in here. Maybe hey, you can write some dialogue.
It was so bad, dude.
You need to write some badass shit to say before you kill somebody.
Yeah, and then the third one, I mean, the third one was so bad, like, it's Dracula, right?
Right.
They're fighting Dracula. Somehow they found Dracula, these vampires have found Dracula's tomb in Sumeria,
Right.
right? And then they, they uncover him, they bring him back, they convince him to, I don't know, be cool
Conan
to
was
them.
a Sumerian, right?
Right, yeah.
Very advanced people, actually.
Yeah,
you know?
absolutely.
And I think they originally then they were absorbed into the Ottoman Empire.
Right.
Don't quote me on it.
But then Dracula at one point walks down whatever city they're in, New York, whatever,
All right.
and chest out,
Right.
shirt unbuttoned, chains on him.
Right.
You know,
Was
buzz-
Ethan Hawke in
buzz
any of those
cut.
movies, or
No.
It was the other guy.
That's
that sort of-
Daybreakers
Oh, okay.
or Daybreaker or whatever. But anyways,
Different vampire movie.
he goes into a store,
Mhm.
and I think it's like a mix between a comic book store and a tattoo shop. And it's
Right,
got
right.
all this Dracula paraphernalia. And then he ends up killing both the people working there.
One of those weird stories they have in New York.
And you're
yeah.
just like, this is what Blade's come to. Blade Trinity. And then I look at Courtney and I'm like, when I was in high school,
They're not respecting the original source material.
I thought these movies were awesome.
See, I remember I went to go see it. I mean, it was back in the day where you went to go see a movie without even knowing what you're going to go see.
Yeah.
Or someone was like, "We're going to see this movie. You want to come?" Like, yeah, and there's nothing to do here, right?
Right.
And so, going into it like just blank slate, we're just like, this is fucking amazing. Like, it's just it's crazy.
Right. It's new.
But everybody that was like the second people that were told like, oh, this movie's amazing, you got to see it, and they go in and I don't know what the fuck they're expecting.
Yeah.
Shakespeare or something. They're like,
Yeah,
this
yeah.
is the cheesiest shit ever.
Yeah. And you're like, no, but you don't understand. This has
But-
never been done before.
but that's
been
the
waiting.
point. Like, what do you? I'm not telling you to see an Oscar movie,
Yeah. That's what people never understood
And then
about
there's
the comic books
and then
of
there,
the 90s.
Well, then there's like the very small percent of like the nerds who read all the comic books and like, this is not like the comic book.
Right.
It's like, no, of course not. Like, what
Yeah.
were you expecting?
Yeah.
Great sketch of like, movie producer coming in and like, okay, you got a script for me?
Yeah.
And the guy just pulls out like, Batman issue 38. It's like,
Right.
this. And he's like, what is that? It's a comic. I've never seen one of these.
Yeah.
Well, we're just gonna make this. Where's the screenplay? No. This is the screenplay.
This is it. This is it. We'll
This is it. We don't need to make storyboards. They're right there.
Right.
We don't need to write dialogue. It's right there.
Yep.
We just tell the actors to say that.
Yep.
And then we sort of somehow
Yeah.
then we
Shoot it the
easy.
way it's written.
Just shoot it that way.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know about
Wait,
this.
the camera's not tilted enough. We
Who
need
we
more
gonna pay to
purple.
write it though?
Yeah.
No, it's already written.
It's all right.
Jesus,
How am I
guy.
gonna get my money?
Yeah, it was a silly
That would be funny though.
couple of sequels.
This is.
Yeah.
I don't understand. How are we gonna make a movie out of that? Don't we need to
Process.
write a treatment? No, it's already here, man. We just. What about the storyboards? Those are the storyboards. Okay, what does the guy look like? He looks like that.
We gotta cast the guy.
How do we make a cut? Do that.
Dad!
What color do we? It's that color.